Welcome. Today I'll be showing you applications of grappling hook climbing devices. Here's the apparatus. I like to use a foot, a little bit more of chain so the rope doesn't fray when caught around the edge. Notice the 4 hooks coming out of the grappling hook with an eyelet attached to the center rod. We have a nice carabiner clip and that long chain. Many times my rope gets really tangled up after a day of climbing. What you do is take an end, squat down, tuck the end into your knee, back of your knee, and just roll it around the outside of your knee. What's really nice about this is it becomes a nice big loop, and it is very easy to just pop off the knee. And there you go. It's all together, nice and rolled up. It's nice to do that from a crouching position as well. If we have the carabiner clip, we just clip it to the end of the chain, and there you go. There's our rope and etc. Here you'll see me at the ropes course, our climbing wall. This red wall is about 10 to 12 feet tall. Here's the spin method. Get a nice spin going and let it go. Hook it around and begin to grab. Now we must begin preparations for the weight test. Give it a few tugs, open it up in the loops that I make, apply body weight, and check it, and begin climbing. If you notice, I've tied knots every foot or so up the rope. I can use the knots to make a loop to put my foot in, or using the tabby boots, the split toe will go between the knot and the rope, allowing me to further climb up the rope. Just like that, the knot fits in between the toes, and this allows me to climb much faster than I would having to put my foot in the loop. Here we see another method for rolling the rope. Back up into a loop, nice and loosely. This is really good for having the rope nice and loose, ready to go, especially for the next method we're going to use, the toss method. So we're getting a little bit of rope ready. Notice the nice big loop between my left and right arm. Look, see where you're going to be throwing or tossing the grappling hook. Toss it up and over and give it a yank. After the weight test, we begin climbing up the rope. In this application of climbing, I'd like to show you how the body harness works. Begin by climbing up a few feet. And I don't know if you can see very well, but I have this chain hooked around my body harness, and this allows me to hook myself on the loops that I've made in the rope and hang using the harness in this type of cradled position. This way, during climbing, several hundred feet of climbing, I could take a break, just hang out on the rope. If I want to, I can perch myself and even lower myself, rappel down the sides of things using my body harness. I must tell you that 4 hooks and 3 hooks are the best. 2 hooks is okay, and 1 hook is not good at all. Preferably, the more hooks in with the grappling hook, the more solid your climbing will be. One hook is the worst. You cannot start climbing since the hook will wiggle free and you will fall. Now many times if you throw it up and over the side of a obstacle or wall, you'll notice that there is something for it to hook on the other side. 4 or 3 hooks is really good, 2 is okay, and 1 is not good at all. Keep that in mind when using the grappling hook. Here we are again in an L stance with the rope near my forward leg, coiled. We begin the spin method, rotating around. Let it fly up and over and sink right in. Now notice it is held up by 1 hook. This is not good. We want to try to wiggle the grappling hook free and try again. So here we're trying again, but I'm going to use a little bit more distance, a little bit of different type of throw. So standing back several feet, I lay the rope down from the wall back. Notice that when I go to spin, I don't go spinning anywhere past the chain. I use at the base of the chain so I don't hook my leg or anything else. Prepare myself, find a spot and toss. Looks like the grappling hook is really stuck in, probably with 3 or 4 hooks. Here we are again, closer to the wall, using the toss method. We toss it up. There's 2 hooks. That's pretty good. Gonna try maybe to wiggle it around, see if we couldn't get more hooks hooked. And give it a few tugs and we find that it's hooked. It's pretty good. Here we are again with the grappling hook in the hand, eyelet right in the hand, toss method, toss it up and over. Notice how I got very close to the wall. Toss it directly up and it just flew over the top, hooking. Now I'd like to show you an application of a rappelling situation, climbing down. After the weight test, decide that it's time to climb up. Climbing up using the tabi boots, sticking the knot between the toes, climb up to the top of that little branch up there. Using the tabi boots to grip the tree. Use the legs to hook around the tree branch. Sit up there. Now, once I was sitting up there, I used my harness to hook myself to the harness. I begin descending down the opposite side. I grab the rope that my harness is attached to. Now that I do that, I'm actually holding my body weight up with the rope. I let go, I can lower myself using the harness. Down I go. This harness is actually very nice to use because I can hang and swing very easily. As you can see, I'm messing around, swinging around. I'd like to say thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for more.